First Voyage of Sindbad, Part 2. When the captain heard these words, he cried out in amazement, "Lack-a-day! And what is the world coming to? In these days there is not an honest man to be met with. Did I not with my own eyes see Sindbad drown? And now you have the audacity to tell me that you are he. I should have you taken to be a just man, and yet, for the sake of obtaining that which does not belong to you, you are ready to invent this horrible falsehood. Have patience, and do me the favor to hear my story," said I. "Speak then," replied the captain.